they post and it's 0, 1, 2 likes. There's no way they posted that are like, oh, I'm proud of this. No, it's nothing that if I saw as a consumer, I'd be like, well, that made me want to buy from them.
What would you say to someone who is like, I'm posting on social media, but they get 1 like and I've never gotten 1 piece of business from my social media posts? Should every business be using social media?
Well, I am married to a lawyer, and her favorite response to any question is, it depends. A lot of businesses think they have to be on social media, and a lot of times I say, you should, but not into the sense of you need it to be your main thing. So I do think there is a benefit. It's kind of like having a website. Should every business have a website? Yeah, because for me, if you don't have a website, like it's really weird. I'm probably not using your business, or you're like a super startup, not a professional business, not sure if I want to spend a lot of money with you. I'm not willing to take that risk. But if you have a website, you at least proven to me that I have a legit business. And I'm thinking now social media is starting to become the same thing. So just by having a social media platform, something simple, Facebook or Instagram, like don't go crazy. Just by having something, it means you at least have a legit business to me. Now, if you take this thing further and say, should I use social media to grow and market my business? Well, that's where the it depends comes in. Like maybe, you know, if you're someone that it's actually effective, sure. If you're able to get more awareness out there, you have a good message, you have compelling content to post, and you are posting it consistently, yeah, by all means, get on there. But the answer is no to all of those. And it's like, well, yeah, make a couple posts here and there just to show like I'm legit, you know, make 1 or 2 posts throughout the year just to show that like we're still in business. But yeah, is it my main marketing thing? It depends.
So do you think there are some businesses that put a lot of time and effort and probably money into social media that don't need to be doing all that?
Oh yeah. I mean, I see people all the time. We work with a lot of people in the real estate industry, and we see like these real estate agents, certain ones where they post and it's like 0, 1, 2 likes. It's something that they're not proud of. Like you can tell there's no way they posted that are like, oh, I'm proud of this. No, it's nothing that if I saw as a consumer, I'd be like, well, that made me want to buy from them. That made me trust them more. That made me like them more. That didn't happen with some of these posts. Like they're just checking a box and say, well, I did it. Like, well, that might have actually hurt your business.
They think they need to.
They think they need to. Yeah, it's a great way to put it. You know, there's plenty of other businesses where it's like, you just don't have a compelling social media business. And I get proven wrong a lot. You know, we were just looking last night at a paving company. I'm like, I can't believe that a paving company has as big of a following as they do. You know, this channel had like 1,500 subscribers on YouTube. Videos were getting thousands of views. And I'm like, this just blows my mind. And you're like, no, I'd be interested in it. So I would think a paving company wouldn't necessarily be on social media and doing it well, but this one's proven me wrong.
Yeah.
So that's where the it depends comes in. Like for you, your personality may be groomed for social media. You may have an eye for graphics or photos or video or whatever it may be. Awesome. But some people don't.
Yeah.
And that's where maybe you got to hire someone that does, or maybe you got to practice. You know, if you're not good on camera, practice.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a tough question. And I think a lot of people think they have to be on social media and they have to use it for growing their business. But I don't think so. I actually think social media can hurt certain businesses if you're not doing it well or correctly, or it can give a negative feel.
Yeah. And on the flip side of that, there are businesses that probably could do well on there or should do well on there, and they just don't.
Yeah, and I think it goes back into the person. Like generally, we work with small businesses, and so there is a person or a couple key people that are going to have to be on camera, or a product or two that has to be on camera. There's got to be something to it. There's got to be, you know, a personality with it.
Yeah.
And if you're not good on camera or don't want to be, or don't know how, well, you're not gonna be able to be on social media, but you can practice. There's a lot of skills you can practice. You can go to improv classes so you can start thinking better on your feet. You can just record a bunch of videos. Like, it's just like everything else. It's just reps. The more and more reps you do, the better you're going to be at it. I think I've probably recorded well over 1,000 podcasts when I add up every podcast that I've done. Well, yeah, I wasn't very good at the beginning. I've gotten better. I still have plenty of room to grow, but now I feel very confident being on camera and being able to convey a message quickly, clearly, concisely, or have a conversation and not let it die, just depending on what world I'm in.
So for someone who's listening to this and they either own their own business or they kind of run a business, what are some questions they could ask themselves to figure out, should I be putting time into this social media?
I mean, I'd start with competitors. Like, look at your competitors. If they're using social media effectively, then that means there's opportunity there. And then look at yourself. Like, do you have what it takes to be on camera? Do you have what it takes to have a visual eye? Do you have the creativity to come up with topics and ideas? I mean, the answer should be yes, but if it's not you, maybe there's someone else in your business. But I always start with, is social media good for my specific business? Saying the answer is yes, but you might not be the answer. So find someone. But if you're like, oh, I don't know, to answer your question, I don't know if I should, or I don't know if it's going to work for me, go check out your competitors. Find somebody in your industry that's doing it well, so it proves to you, well, looks like I can actually do this and, own my little area.
Yeah. And what would you say to someone who is like, I'm posting on social media, but they get one like, and I've never gotten one piece of business from my social media posts, which I'm putting a bunch of time into?
Yeah, you've got to do some hard internal conversations and what is that, self-diagnosis?
Reflection.
Yeah, reflection, and say, is it me? Am I just bad? Because if you're just bad, as in you're not good on camera, it looks bad, you don't know how to talk well, you don't provide value, you're not charismatic, there's a lot of factors that go into this. Yeah. If you're bad, get better by practicing. If the answer is no, I feel like I'm actually pretty good. When I talk to people in person, I make a bunch of sales. People like talking to me. I do well. It's just my videos aren't performing. Well, then you got to look at the topics. Are you entertaining? Are you educating? Are you providing value? Are you moving someone forward? Because all of those factors go into what's good on social media. If you do none of those, if you're posting for yourself, then the only person that's going to like that is yourself. So you've got to be posting with your clients, customers, other people in mind, and give them what they're looking for. And generally it is, I'm looking for the answer to a problem, or I'm looking to be entertained. And that's really it. So if you can provide value in one of those two areas, your social media will work. It's just a matter of if you're good at it as well.
So maybe for someone who's not sure, they could themselves do it, or they could have someone audit their social media. Do you know anybody that can do that?
Yeah, no, it's something we've talked about. We're in the process of kind of making this offering for people for free. We'll go through, we'll audit people's social media. We have 10 categories to rank a business, to give them a 0 to 100, 0 to 10 in each category on their social media. And so we'll go through. Personally, you and I actually go through this and we look and we give our personal opinions and ranks and, get a score out of 100. And from there, we'll also give you some recommendations like, this is why it's not higher. And then you can see the categories where it's lower, and we'll give you a couple recommendations of what you can do to improve. And some of it's hard truths. It's like, you're not good on camera, man. Like, just practice. Your messaging's not good. Your video quality sucks. Your topics are bad. Like, there's a lot of factors that go into it, and that's what we look at because, I think in another video, we've posted over 10,000 videos on social media. We've got some sort of idea of what works. We've neglected ours, and this is what we're finally doing to grow it. But yeah, it's you don't need tons and tons of followers. I just saw a video the other night. A guy with 103 YouTube subscribers made $250,000 off of his YouTube channel
Jeez.
because he sold his normal product. He just had the right 103 subscribers or people that stumble across his channel. So you don't need tons and tons of followers or subscribers. It's just the stuff that you post needs to be well received. And I think through a social media audit and a outside perspective, you can see, is this good for me? So in the description, we'll link our social media audit. By the time we post this, we will have it out for you. But yeah, Nick and I are personally going to go through, we're going to look through your social media platform, and then we're going to give you recommendations from there. So you can go in and actually start making improvements to make more money using your social media, which is what we want businesses to do.
Yep. Let's help some people.